Yo, welcome Phantom Force to a second Pokemon Day video. This one is for Pokemon TCG Pocket. I love playing Pokemon TCG Pocket. I've been playing every single day since it came out. I have most of the cards in the game. This is a leaked site. So this is Cran.io. So Cran.io leaked all of these cards yesterday and it was correct, right? So the same packet that he leaked, or they leaked, whoever leaked, was the same packet that we're actually receiving in game, and that should be tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow we're going to be getting it. I don't know what time, but tomorrow, February 28th, we'll have the new cards. So let's go through what he actually leaked, because we know these are now confirmed. We've got Arceus EX. This Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. Okay, so no sleep, confusion, that kind of thing. Burn, poison. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Pretty decent. 3 energy for 70 damage is kind of rough, though, because you're looking at, like, Charizard can do that, but he could also use that 4th energy to hit for 200. So this could be good and as a flex pick in another deck as, like, utility because it's a normal type, but not super sick. I don't expect that to affect the metagame too much. Garchomp EX. Linear attack. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Very, very insanely strong, although it is a stage 2. So you do need to get to Garchomp EX first. But it's nice to have that, like, sneaky Lee already built into Garchomp. 100 damage. He is very bulky. I would say the biggest thing about him is you cannot swap out to protect your Pokemon because of linear attack. 100 damage for Dragon Claw is not that good, but we do know Cynthia adds 50 damage to that. Could be pretty decent. It depends on if Gabite and Gible are 1 energy Gible, 2 energy Gabite, and then 3 energy Garchomp. If so, that's pretty solid because then you're hitting for scaling damage every single time you evolve. So that could be very dope. Maybe good. Right now, the metagame, it's going to be kind of hard to fit in a stage 2 because what he wants to have with him is, say, like that Lucario for the 20 extra damage, knock out things with the EX Pokemon with a little bit more HP. Can't do that, though, often with a stage 2 and a stage 1. So it could still be running with, say, Marshadow. You could also run it with normal types too. We'll see. That has potential. I'd say more than Arceus for sure. We've got Crobat, evolving Golbat. Once during your turn, if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, you may do 30 damage on your opponent's active Pokemon. Interesting. This is a stage 2. So this is like another Greninja, but 30 damage instead of 20. But it also has a little bit less utility. I love that the 1 energy for the 50 damage, but you're not going to realistically be able to use that because it's a stage 2. So by the time you've evolved it, you're too late in the game for 50 damage to matter at that point. The 30 damage could matter, but now you're locking yourself into a Crobat Arceus deck. Unless there's some supporter cards coming along with this, I don't think it's going to be that good. Heatran is good, by the way, right now. What's this one do? Our Heatran currently is Steel type. Or Metal type, excuse me. This is TCG Pocket typings. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. Again, Arceus isn't that sick. If this Pokemon has damage on it, this attack does 40 more damage. Interesting. So they're going for that, like, Primeape effect. I wonder if there's going to be some kind of item that can damage your own Pokemon, because otherwise you really utilize the Mankey, hurting itself right off the bat with that 1 energy and then turning into Primeape for 2 energy. In that way, you have 10 damage on yourself, not 1. And then you have the extra boost of plus 60 damage. This one, 80 damage, not that huge. And also, most Pokemon that you're going to be using can just one-shot this Heatran. The good thing is you're not going to want to hurt the Heatran with, say, Heatran goes turn 2, gets a fire energy, and then you get your Skarmory. You're not going to want to hit the Heatran for 50. So there is that defensive value if you're going to maybe not be trying to hit it. But otherwise, most things are going to be able to do that 110 damage. And the things that can do slightly less than that are not going to be scared of an 80 damage hit. Say EX Pokemon, for example. I don't expect Heatran to be that good, but it could be a flex into fire decks just in general as a wall that you're not going to want to hit into. So potentially this is going to be that additional card into maybe a Charizard deck, which is already kind of loaded and card starved anyway. So we've got this Giratina, another dragon type. This one is Grass Psychic. discard 2 random energy from this Pokemon, which is scary actually because you have that grass and that psychic energy that are needed. So say you have grass, psychic, and you're using this move as soon as you can, or psychic, grass. If you lose both of your grass in the first scenario or both your psychic in the other scenario, then you're really hoping that you get another psychic or another grass to make it so you can actually use this attack again. It is a basic though, and that's huge. Being able to use the basic, it's not going to be a Pokemon that you're going to see in tournaments, because 2 things. One, it's not going to be reliable because if you get psychic in a row, then you're done for. Also, it has a 3 retreat cost, which means you cannot leaf it out. So Giratina, we'll see what happens to it. Unless there's some kind of supporter card going along with this, I don't expect that one to be good. Nosepass, we'd have to see what Probopass looks like. 1 energy that is colorless means it's flex, though. Could be good into any deck. We'll have to see Probopass. Cute. Magnemite. Love that. We're currently using a Magneton deck. This is the Steel type Magnemite that we haven't seen yet. So Metal type damage, 20. Pretty decent. We'll have to see if the Steel type Magneton is really good or Magnezone, because right now we have the electric types, lightning type Magneton and Magnezone, and they're very, very, very good. So for this guy to shake it up at all or be used at all, it's going to have to be crazy good, because right now Magnezone is the meta card, the best card right now, as far as I'm concerned at least. This is Shaman. New Shaman. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 1 less. Interesting. So this is the other form of Shaman. I forget what the Shaman forms are called, but there's 2 forms. There's this one with the ear out, and then there's like the more hamster looking version of Shaman, and that one is a healing one. So this is another support Shaman. Allows you to retreat. Maybe takes back what I was saying before about the Giratina. Probably not though. But it does help that this guy's flap is 30 damage for 2 normal type energy. So this could flex into any deck. However, it's not getting any type of Erica support, but it being a normal type is huge. We could be seeing this. I could see this in any deck. This could be useful for anything with high retreat costs. Also, even if you have decks with 1 retreat cost, it's going to be good for rotating in and out for free. So actually, could be huge. I think you'll see a lot of Shaman just randomly in decks as a utility card. So Glaceon EX. We get our first EX evolution. During Pokemon checkup, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, do 10 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, so sort of like having poison on every single one of your Pokemon, your opponent's active Pokemon. That 90 damage for 3 energy is rough because you already have Starmie EX that is doing 90 damage for 2 energy. The 140 is a nice breakpoint to dodge a lot of the 110, 120, 130 damaging moves that a lot of the current profile of Pokemon have. So it could live a hit. I'm not seeing it with the Starmie EX. It seems like worse Starmie EX. I do like the snowy terrain. However, it's already attacked once. Where I think it could be huge is if something already has damage on it and it somehow has 10 and you've done, or maybe 100, you've done 90, they die on your turn swapping in, you can do an extra 90 to the next Pokemon, kill them and end the game. There's going to be some scenarios like that. We'll have to see. The ability might save it, but I don't see it. I'm going to be honest, you guys. I don't see the Glaceon EX when we already have Starmie. Such a cute card. Love it. Irida. Heal 40 damage from each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached. We are back, baby. The water decks are going to be huge. That's crazy because you can late game just after a bunch of Starmies free for swapping. So you can have your Starmies each with 2, each with 2, each with 2. Or you could even Vaporeon, switch Pokemon out, use Vaporeon to switch energy into your active spot for a Pokemon and then heal everybody for 40. This is going to be the biggest healing card in the game and it's for water types, which is really sick. I'm really excited to play in water types now. We got Palkia. Starmie's been on the back burner, but Starmie's dope. We got some Articuno EXs. Lapras is kind of but now we have also Glaceon. Could be better than I think, but Irida makes it a huge amount better, so that's dope. Then we've got more of the new cards. Carnivine. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon do plus 30 to your opponent's active Pokemon. Decent. So more Arceus cards. Vine Whip 20. If we have enough of these Arceus cards, then maybe Arceus is going to be better than I thought. T-Tar. Another Arceus plus 30 damaging Pokemon. 4 energy is really bad, and 4 retreat cost is insanely bad. It doesn't even matter that it's 160 by the time this guy comes in. Because look, if you've got 4 energy on this guy, then I've got a Pokemon with more than 130 HP out. And I've already done enough damage to your guys that it's going to be rough. You're going to have to be running this with Druddigon, some kind of wall, like a Drud wall, a Wheezing wall. And still, I don't see the 4 energy, especially because Brock's not going to work with Tyranitar. So, probably not good. Let's see. We got the Heatran already. This is a Rotom. Base Rotom. This is the Ghost type. If you have Arceus or RCCX in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. Cool. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This is like Mesprit or one of the Lake Spirits. I think this is going to be good. Very good. In Psychic decks, you're going to see this a lot just for not even the Arceus, but the... actually, it's a normal energy. This is, I think, the first Sneaky Lee type Pokemon that can use any energy base type. This is an insane card, you guys. This is great utility for literally any deck. If you want to Sneaky Lee people, get them from their bench that they've retreated their Pokemon and you don't have a Cyrus out. You can Rotom up. It's only got 1 retreat cost, so you can Rotom up, swap in, KO that Pokemon, and if they can't KO you back on their turn, then you can immediately retreat out with the same energy that you had put on this, and it can be any type. Great Pokemon, baller card. Very, very strong. We've seen Crobat. New Raichu. If you have Arceus or RCCX in play, this Pokemon does minus 30 damage from attacks. Minus 30. Oh, takes minus 30. Okay. So is tankier. He's only got 90, but if you've got an Arceus, which again is a basic Pokemon, then this Pokemon is going to be 120 effective HP. But even better than that, say you're going against Skarmory. This is stage 2. Or stage 1, right after Pikachu. So you can Pikachu, energy, Raichu, 2 energy. This attack also deals 20 damage to one of your opponent. Also deals 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Kind of weak again for a stage 1, but it is not EX. So if you KO this guy, I'm thinking this is the best that I've seen for an Arceus deck. Because by turn 4 or 5, if you're first turner, then you can already be doing 40 damage, which is weak. But if they're dealing at that point 90 to you, then you die on turn 2. I think this guy's not as good. The only way this is going to be good, especially because like the 40 damage hitting into walls, like say Druddigon, you're taking 40 back yourself, and that's pure 40 because they're not even attacking you. Actually, this guy's not tanky enough. He doesn't do enough damage. Maybe if his Spark was like 60 damage. But even if someone had just the Rocky Helmet and not the Drud, you're still taking too much in return. And 20 damage to a bench is nothing to scoff at, though. So I could see this being used in a Pikachu EX deck with Raichu, base Raichu, and you insert one of these. So like Pika EX, Pika EX, Raichu, old Raichu, and then this Raichu as a flex. So I could see that. I then don't see it with Arceus though. So I don't know about this one. It's a little underwhelming. It's close though. Ooh, we get to see new Magnezone. 80. Ooh, the 110 from the other Magnezone was pretty important. This also gets the tanky resilient link off of Arceus. So this is going to be an Arceus steel type deck. This is a stage 2. And Magneton is not a 2 energy Pokemon unless metal type Magneton is, in which case this would be a lot better. It being tanky is decent. I would give this one a maybe. I could see this one being good as long as Magneton is 2 energy. We saw Magnemite is 1. Very good. Magneton is 3. Checks out as long as we get 2 energy Magneton. And it has to be really good. Like really good. Because current Magnezone is 110 for 3 energy. Does make you lose an energy, but honestly that does not matter because by the time you've lost the 1 energy, you've already got 2 electric type energy, from the Magneton boosting itself, and then 2 of whatever type you're currently using, which is often Steel because you're using in a Skarmory deck, often Heatran. And so you've already attacked twice with 110, and they're pretty done for at that point. So even though this is not losing the 1 energy, it's not that much better because the 110 damage is huge, 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 huge. So we'll see, just because other Magnezone is so good, but this alone is a good card, I think. Abomasnow. This is giving you the retreat cost. If you have Arceus or RCCX and play attacks used by this Pokemon as 1 less energy, actually. This is a stage 1. This is pretty good. This is not... Okay, so if you take it to Starmie EX, this is a 2 energy. You have to have Arceus. Versus Starmie is 2 energy. You don't have to have Arceus, and is 90 damage. Has, I think, 20 more HP too, but this is non-EX. So as long as you can keep your Arceus safe and throw in Abomasnows, and you have that new the new trainer, Irida, that is going to be able to heal you up 40 damage, which could matter a lot, then I think that this could be a good Pokemon. 80 and 80, 160 damage is going to be able to KO a lot of things in the meta. So I'll have to wait. The retreat cost being 3 is pretty rough. Might have to throw a Shaman in there to be able to leave this thing out. Or you're just going to leave this guy in to Mega Punch and die. I'll hold my breath on this one. I think it's a pass from me. Speaking of pass, we got Probopass EX. I thought Nosepass was a fighting type, so we'll see. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attacks and is 160. This is massive. Huge. 20 less damage from attacks is worthy of you using blue. People are using blue just to dodge 10 damage, 20 damage, 20 damage, 20 damage at 3 energy, which is a good amount to a good break point. 90 damage minus 20. You're already getting hit by, say, 90s from other Pokemon, but you're reducing it by 20. So you're getting hit by 70 and then another 70. You're still alive. I think this is huge. This one is worth looking at for sure. I could see this one going into a Magnezone deck as a wall that can also hurt the enemy. I could see this going into a... What is the EX card that is in the current? Whatever the one that gives metal type energy back to your Pokemon. You can get 2 metal type energy, put it on Probopass, put another one on this one on another Probopass, and you can send them in already by the next turn. Dialga, that's what I'm thinking of. So this guy could be good. Could be good. I don't know if we'll see him because metal types have such good cards already with Heatran and Skarmory. We'll see about that one though. And do we have any more new cards? This is a base card. We've got Leafeon EX now. Ooh, a second Evolution EX. It's really hard to see this guy. Let's zoom in with our face. Natty, zoom in. Once during your turn, you can something the active spot. You may take a leaf energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your leaf Pokemon. Okay, it depends on what this thing is under his Craneo. Turn and something in the active spot. He does 70 damage for 3. He's EX. I could see him being good depending on if this ability ends up being great utility. It could be, ooh, actually, you Leafeon on the bench and Celebi could come back. This is better superior in a way. If it's doing what I expect it to do, which it may not, but I'm thinking that you're getting free energy going on to a leaf type Pokemon, a grass type, and you could Celebi, and this thing on the bench could be boosting your Celebi faster than the superior. And with superior, you try to switch it in with Sabrina, KO the superior early, potentially. Sometimes you just go for the Celebi. But if you're getting that Leafeon, then the energies stay instead of it being ×2 as long as you have superior out. And so a lot of times the problem is you don't get superior and then your Celebi is underwhelming. So that could be super dope. Very good utility. Also could be good for, say, Torterra EX. When that comes out, Torterra EX is going to take a bunch of energy. You leave you on the bench. Although that's a stage 1 and a stage 2. Kind of rough. Do we see any other cards? This is Darkrai. That's super sick. The card backing. Going to use these. Very dope. Love the Arceus stuff. Leafeon. Very cool art over here. Very cool. What do we got with this? Glaceon. Yep. Leafeon and Glaceon backing. This is going to be used by a lot of people. This looks so absurdly cool. Ooh, there's going to be another trainer card right here. So probably for grass types, which is going to put grass types back on the menu. We're going to have Erica and this guy. Let's see. We've got another set of coins, card backing. Don't love that one as much, personally. Not going to lie. We got a new Manaphy. Choose two. No, this is just a new Manaphy card. This is going to be one of those event cards. It does basically the same. It does exactly the same thing, actually. So it's just new art. Cute. Collapse. New art for Snorlax. This Pokemon is now asleep. 100 damage now asleep. That card's bad. Not going to use that. Manaphy. Oh, here's the two Manaphy's next to each other. Cute. Wonder picking them. So this is going to be a Manaphy event. Yep. Chibi. Not going to use those. We got a Gibble. Tackle doing 20 damage. This is an event art card for it. Cool. This is the Raichu we've read. Yeah, see, Nosepass, it's fighting type, but it's 2 normal type energy with iron defense. That guy's probably going to be used. Staraptor. Staraptor, defensive whirlwind. This Pokemon takes minus 30 damage from attacks something Pokemon. I mean, it's going to be a tanky normal type. As long as Starly and Staravia are 1 energy, 2 energy, this guy could be cool. 90 energy, normal type, very flex Pokemon. I think I could see this being decent. And do we have any more releases of cards? These are all old cards we've seen before. Yep, we already know about these. We've had all of that. Yeah, same. Okay, by the way, so we brought it up before, but Pokemon Pocket is releasing this pack already tomorrow, but also you are going to receive a 4 Diamond EX card for free from Pikachu pack, Charizard pack, and Mewtwo pack right now. I received mine this morning. I think I got a Zapdos EX, a Marowak EX, and then one other EX. So go check that out on TCG Pocket if you're still playing. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here for this episode. We're going to break more of these Pokemon Day announcements down. So thank you so much. Check bottom left. Well, I guess I'm on the right. So check right on me right here. There'll be a video right over my face. Check out the next one. Thank you guys so much for being here for this one, though. I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.